Hello and welcome to Tough Love Tarot. Today's reading is going to be all about what are they currently thinking about you. Okay, so we've got 4 piles. Timestamps will be below. Pile number 1 is this pile here with the blue obsidian. Pile 2 is this little Amazonite egg. Very cute. Pile 3 is this little green aventurine skull. And I think pile 4 is rough cut chrysocolla, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so go ahead, take your time, pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the blue obsidian, this is your reading. Okay, so we'll start off with the oracle cards. This is from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. We have Caterpillar, Opportunity, number 4, and Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain, number 22. So I'm not very familiar with this oracle deck yet. It's kind of new. So I'm going to read, but I think right off the bat, it's fun to note that they are both 4 energy, 4 and 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so number 4, Caterpillar. Transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. So we already have transformation and we have transmuting. Okay, so the energy of Caterpillar appears, heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here you're being asked to revise your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. The new cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and vital cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. Experiment and surprise yourself with what arises for you in the moment. Caterpillar is an invitation to test out a new strategy to get a different, better result. Remember that the definition of lunacy is continuing with the same thinking and behavior and hoping for a different outcome. It's time to break away from habitual responses, to surprise yourself and startle others, eliciting a smile or frown or look of awe from those around you. Do not wait for an invitation from life to practice a bit of outrageousness or for permission to do the unexpected. Any other response right now will lead to more of the same and no real change. Sometimes the most original response is no response whatsoever. Stand stock still, staring steadily into the eyes of the players in your drama, avoiding engagement until the moment is right. Caterpillar invites you to witness the story unfolding, knowing that deciding on the timing of your action is as essential as finding the best move to make. And when you do act, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind of your determination and the power you unleash. Okay, and number 22, the Fool's Embrace. But I'm kind of getting that somebody is holding back on talking to you or approaching you. Whoever it is we're talking about. Number 22, Fool's Embrace. Transmuting pain, allowing life to love you, the experience of both or and. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with the pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. No matter where on the spectrum of pain you find yourself now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it. Befriend it rather than resisting it, running from it, or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is there? Surrender to the Fool's Embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you in love and compassion. What if you could learn something amazing from this? What is truly yours will not pass you by. Something better and perfect for you is waiting elsewhere. If you could come to terms with the liberation and freedom inherent in loss, your broken heart might open you up to a greater sense of humanity and compassion. As in the narrative of tarot, the Fool will be at the beginning of your life's adventure and at the end when you've integrated all the wisdom you've accumulated along the journey. He will never let you down or lie to you. He will, however, teach you how to revel in both the beauty and desperation of life. Both or and, this and that, will always be true. Remember, the pearl can't be created without the gritty sand causing discomfort and acting as a catalyst in the oyster. Your pearl is discovered in radical acceptance that everything has value. All is well now and will be well. Remember that today as you feel the fool's embrace. Okay, so we're going to get some tarot cards going, but right off the bat, I feel like whoever it is that you're thinking about, what they're thinking about you is that you're getting over something. They think that you're getting over something, whether you actually are or not. They're holding back because of this thought that they're having, that you need time to recover from something. Now, maybe it's something that you have going with them. Maybe it's a past that the two of you had together. And if that's the case, then, you know, they might be right. Okay, but let's get a little bit more information here. We've got Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so they're planning on coming to you, but slowly. They're taking their time. They're waiting for something to happen. Something that gives them a little bit more information as to how you actually feel. The 10 of Inspiration. They're very burdened by not being able to come to you, though, by feeling like they can't come to you. It's really bothering them. It's holding them kind of hostage themselves. Like, they're very, very burdened by this desire to talk to you. But they feel like now is not the time to approach. 7 of Inspiration. They're also feeling a little bit defensive, maybe. So you probably do have some kind of history with this person. But they're watching and they're waiting for that opportunity to come to you. They're holding on to the memory of you. They're holding on to these feelings that they have of you. And they view you as someone that is very beautiful and holds her own. Someone who is a very beautiful energy, I would say. Yeah, I'll put this right here. I'll get 2 more. They feel like there is an end that has happened between the two of you, and there needs to be a little bit of time in between that ending and any new beginning that you could make, because if you don't have that time of separation, then you might not be as open to a new beginning. And then we've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Emotion, but they're wanting to come to you again to let you know that they do still feel something for you. I'm not really getting what that something might be, to be honest. I'm just sort of getting, I mean, it's a general reading, so it could be a romantic thing. It could be that they want to be friends after a breakup. It could be that they are wanting to just stop hating each other, if that's the case. Okay, I'm going to get a few more cards, actually. Okay, they want to get to the truth of the matter. Like, I feel like they weren't completely honest about their feelings for you in some way, shape, or form. The Lovers. Their communication before may have been off, but they want to communicate with you a little bit more properly now. Okay, that really wants to pop out. But they're coming. They are coming for you, just slowly, because Knight of Materials moves the slowest. He always gets where he's going, though. Always. Okay, and we've got Page of Emotions. There's something that they really want to tell you. They really want to tell you how they feel about you. They really love you a lot. They have a this idea of a future with you. Okay, they want the most that life can offer with you. And they want to tell you right now, it's like they're holding back so hard, but they feel like they have to hang in there. They want so bad to come at you, and they're just watching and waiting for that opportunity to say, hey, it's time. Let's talk about this. I'm done feeling like this. Ace of Materials. They may offer you something. They might offer you maybe a gift or some sort of offer of peace between the two of you. Ace of Materials, it feels like it should be something physical, but it could just be an offer of words that they never actually had the chance to say before, or just didn't say. But they really feel like the way that you feel about them right now is keeping them on the outside. Like they're feeling like nothing that they say is going to be good enough for you. Nothing that they say is going to be enough to make you come back around to them. Okay, well, two more. Eight of Emotions. I feel like whichever one of you walked away, it felt like it was for good. And if it was you, it feels to them like they don't have a chance in the world. And if it was them, they feel like they walked out and they should not have. They feel like, oh man, I screwed up. I walked. I should not have done that. Seven of Voices. It also kind of feels like previously they were concerned that possibly you were betraying them in some way, or they were betraying you in some way. And either they didn't want you to find out, or you did find out. And that's where everything went wrong. But based on the rest of this reading, it feels like they really regret that, if it was them. And if they felt like it was you, they either want to know if it's true or why, or were they just imagining it, or they're coming to their senses and realizing that they were absolutely wrong and paranoid and thinking that. All right, one last card just to wrap things up, and then I'm going to roll some Astro Dice. Okay, let's see here. One more. The Wheel. This will all come around full circle. They're just, again, they're waiting for that perfect time. They're waiting for that moment for them to just latch onto, where they can get you alone, get you talking. They're waiting for you to feel all right with them. Okay? So, I mean, if this resonates with you, I don't see why you couldn't be the one to approach them if you're wanting to. It's just a thought. But anyway, don't know why I just felt like I should say that. Okay, so Astro Dice. Let's get those going. So we've got Virgo, 8th house, Saturn. So we've got Capricorn energy, 10th house energy, Saturn energy, Scorpio energy, 8th house energy, obviously, and Pluto energy. And here we've got 6th house Virgo and Mercury energy. If that tells you anything at all, I just like to put it out there in case anybody really follows astrology, okay? So I really hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Let me know one way or the other if it did. If it didn't, let me know in the comments. I want to know either way. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a great one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. If you chose this little Amazonite egg, that is your pile. So let's get into it. All right, so number 19, Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. And number 31, In the Hand, the universe is your partner. So I am new to this oracle. It's the Shaman's Dream Oracle, kind of new, and I am going to read from the book. Falling angel, number 19, falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. And number 31, in the hand. Feeling secure, taken care of. The universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making that connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you may find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hands of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn over your needs and desires to that divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. Okay, I really feel that I'm going to stop reading that right now because I really feel what's coming through here is that this person is not 100% sure if they can trust you. Okay, and of course that doesn't mean that they can't trust you. It's just that they're not sure. Maybe they have a difficult history with relationships or even friendships. Maybe they have a not so great upbringing and it's just difficult for them to trust in general. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards going. The 10 of Cups. Interesting. With the Chariot. Well, they really want to come at you. They're just not sure. They feel like they're having a hard time holding back, but they feel like they have to. Ace of Coins. And Strength. They're holding back from giving part of themselves to you. They're really just restraining themselves quite a bit right now. But there's something about you that gives them a different perspective. I really feel like they had a rough upbringing or just had a bad history with friends, bad history with relationships, and there's something about you that they feel is different. You're giving them a different perspective. They're not wanting to hold back because they sense that they don't have to hold back, but they're so used to holding back that it's second nature to them. First nature. It's first nature to them. What am I talking about? Four of Wands. They feel that they could be secure with you. They feel that they could be happy with you, but they're afraid that they are deluding themselves because they're so used to being disappointed that they don't know what else. They're also afraid that it won't be a fair exchange. You know, a fair exchange of emotion, effort, etc. This is all a fear-based thought pattern. This has nothing to do with you. This is everything to do with their way of thinking. Three of Cups. I'm going to get a little more on that, clarify that. Okay, yeah. So part of what they feel they can be happy about is you are an independent person. They view you, if you don't feel like you're an if you don't feel like you're an independent person, they still see you as one. They see you as someone that is not codependent, does not rely on other people. Maybe what they have is a history of people that have used them. They have a history of people that have said, hey, can you drop me off? But you have a car. They have a history of people that have said, hey, can I borrow some money? But you have your own job and you take care of your own stuff. They have a history of people that are codependent emotionally, but you seem to have yourself together. So you're giving them a new idea of what a relationship could be like. The Lovers. Yeah, they really just want to talk with you. They want to get a better feel. I get this feeling that a lot of times they're kind of just staring at you from a distance, like, oh, I want to talk to them, but I'm not sure. I really think they're great, but what if I'm wrong? But if I talk to them, maybe I could figure out whether I was wrong or not. But what if they're hemming and hawing quite a bit? Ace of Cups. Well, they want to give you that cup. They want to give you some love. Four of Coins, but they're holding on to their fears. They're holding on to them pretty tight, actually. High Priestess. I think that they're, well, okay. On one hand, they're not sure, obviously, based on everything else in this reading. They're just not sure. But I think that their intuition is leaning towards, yes, I can trust them. Yes, they could be good for me. Nine of Cups. I feel like they just want to be very generous with you. Like they feel like if I don't have to be generous, I'm willing to be generous. If I don't feel like they're reliant on me to be generous and our whole relationship doesn't pivot around me being generous, I can be very generous. They're that kind of person. Three of Coins. But they want someone that they can share life with and work together with and not feel responsible for. Because I really feel like that's the kind of relationships they've had in the past. And then the Sun. Okay, I'm going to get like three more after this. The Sun. They do see the truth about you. They know who you are as a person. They know you can be trusted. It's just that out of habit, they are being very hesitant. Okay, but they do want Two of Cups. That's so cute. They do want to approach you. They do want to show you absolute adoration and show you how beautiful they think you are. And the Empress. One more card just to wrap it up, and then we'll do some Master Dice. The Eight of Swords. They're just stuck. They're just stuck. It could be that they just need a little nudge in the right direction. Show them who you really are whenever you're in their presence. Help them out. Guide them out of those swords. Help them a little bit, because right now they're stuck in their past. But if you want that relationship with them, it wouldn't hurt to show them not only that you're independent, but that you're capable of helping them out as well. Because maybe they're so used to having to help other people that the idea of someone helping them is just a totally foreign concept. And if you were to help them, it just lead them out of their stuckness, you know? That's not a word, but I'm making it a word. Lead them out of their stuckness. And I think that they will eventually get past it. If you want a relationship with this person. If not, you know, just let it be. Okay, so Astro Dice. We've got the Sun. Oh, the Sun. We've got first house. And we've got Capricorn. So we're looking at 10th house energy. You might know them from work. We're looking at Capricorn and Saturn. You might actually meet them, or you might know them or have known them since your Saturn return or since their Saturn return. One of you might be in your Saturn return right now, or you might be willing or able to develop a relationship during the Saturn return, or maybe wait until after the Saturn return, because if I understand it correctly, it's not so smooth. Aries, first house, Mars, passion. Show a little passion and a little, this is Leo. Sun is Leo and 5th house energy. Just be fun. Fun yet responsible and passionate. And don't change who you are for anybody, obviously, but show them that side of yourself. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments if it did or did not. Either way, I want to know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this little green adventuring skull, this is your reading. Okay, so I have not actually looked over these oracle cards at all. I mean, I have looked through them when I first got them, but other than that. So I'm going to be reading from the book. Okay, so you've got number 24, the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, and number 52, Straddling Worlds, Wandering Between Realms. Cool. Okay, so let's see. What are they thinking of you? Number 24, Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, the intricate complexity of life. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The Galactic Mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, or many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know, just as the head of a mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different life forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. Whatever intention you hold consistently, with hope and faith, first manifests in the unseen realms. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but the highest good of all. Okay, and number 52. Straddling worlds, being comfortable in two states, wandering between realms, reinvention. When the Straddling Worlds card shows up, it's an invitation to get used to living with one foot in your old world and one foot in the new. There is no going back to the way things once were, and what will be is not yet fully there. You must find the delicate balance that can bring you delight as you relish the past and all your memories, along with all as you glimpse the astonishing and exciting future. Do not wait for applause. Move on quietly, humbly, invisible to others. This card brings an invitation to begin not only a new chapter, but a new book in your life. Do not break the news to anyone. Let people be as surprised as you are as you reinvent yourself. Make sure you are not just a slightly improved and more polished version of a dated and obsolete you. Birth yourself into someone original. Do not feel like you have to explain yourself or be understood by anyone. Become a mystery even to yourself. Gaze into the mirror one morning and be pleasantly surprised. Straddling Worlds invites you to become a true wizard, not one who performs magic tricks, but one who has mastered the dance between the visible and the invisible worlds, between the realms of form and formlessness. You are the birther of new ideas, of original and sustainable ways of being in the world. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that this person views you, whether it's true or not, as though you are in the process of changing. I feel like they've known you for a while. I feel like, you know what, everybody is changing continuously all the time. It's just that this person sees it in you, sees how you're changing. Whether it's for the better, whether it's not, in their view, is, you know, that's a totally different story. But we're only reading for their perspective about you, okay? So keep that in mind. This is not actually any truth about you. This is just one person's idea. Okay. The Emperor. Okay, they view you as someone who is coming into their own. And someone who is finding their own stability. We've got 2 4s here. Someone who's finding their own stability. Someone who is... I really feel the respect coming through here. They view you as someone who's... You're going along at your own pace. You're getting things done. And it's something that they really respect you for. We've got the King of Coins. We go from the Knight of Coins to the King of Coins. We've got the Emperor. I feel that they have seen you move along from something that is kind of, I guess, what one would consider generic, to someone who has mastered whatever it is that you're doing, that whatever it is that they're watching you do. Maybe you know them from work. Maybe you know them from some sort of class that you're taking. But they're really respecting who you are as a person, who you're becoming as a person. I feel like wherever you were coming from, you were leaving something behind. You were leaving some bad stuff behind. Okay? And they see that and they admire you for it. You've got the 7 of Coins. And I feel like they're just sort of sitting back, enjoying the view, watching you, assessing you. Not in a overly critical way, not in a stalkery sort of way, but they're just sort of sitting back and saying, hey, they've got their stuff together. That's pretty cool. And then you've got the King of Swords. It's a lot of kings. They're seeing you as someone who really has their act together, or at least you're getting it together in a pretty solid fashion. Temperance. They see you as someone who takes a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You use good alchemy. It's use the right amount of emotion and the right amount of knowledge. You have a good instinct for where to take things, what you should be doing, what's right for you. But you hold on to the parts of you that are also true to you. True, huh? Yeah. They hold on. They believe that you are holding on to the parts of you that are right for you, that are true. They view you as coming into your own. You are becoming your truest self. And they really admire that about you. But how do they feel? Okay, let's try that. How do they feel about this, about you? This wants to come out. Justice. They're happy that you're making these movements. They're happy that you're making these changes, that you're balancing your life out. Actually, they're pretty, it looks like they're developing a crush on you. That's what it is. Okay. They're developing a crush on you. It's like before they were just sort of, hey, that's great. Admiration. Great. That's really cool that they're doing that with their life. But now they're kind of coming into this crush territory. Like, ooh, hey, I never noticed how attractive they were. But you know, success can be very attractive. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Coins. They see you working hard and they view that as a very admirable trait. I keep saying admirable. I feel the word. But it's a very, I think they think it's a sexy trait. I do. I think they see you as someone who can get through the tough times unscathed, or doesn't mind going through a little bit of muck to get to where you need to go. And I think they have great hopes for you. I think they haven't quite realized that they are crushing on you yet. But I mean, that's if we're talking about someone who you want to have a potentially romantic relationship with. If it's not, then they're just really appreciating you right now. They're appreciating where you're going in life. But I feel like if you are wanting a romantic relationship, they're not realizing to that level just yet that they're interested, but it's coming. Yeah, their feelings are slowly transforming too, because we've got the Death card and we've got the Page of Wands. So I mean, it might not be that slow, actually. Page of Wands quick. So they might be wanting to share some feelings of passion for you pretty soon, actually. 2 of Coins, but they're trying to balance themselves out. They're trying to make sure that they're not going to throw you off. They're not going to throw themselves off. But they want to. They want to approach you, sure. They have those feelings of love, at least crush. They want to share it with you. I think they're waiting for the right opportunity. I think they're waiting for the right clue that you're up for it. Okay? But when it hits, it's going to hit them hard and they're going to come after you. They're just going to go for it. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. They see you as someone who is, they see you as someone who is really within her or his power. Passionate. The Empress, beautiful. Attractive. And generous. Or they want to be generous with you. That could be it too. Okay, I'm going to get 2 more. Oh, yeah, 1 more after this, and then we'll do some Astro Dice. Page of Swords. I feel like they're planning on coming to you with some sort of information, maybe to see how you react to it. Like, and off of that, they'll gauge whether or not you have any interest in them. Maybe they want to tell you that they've ended a relationship, or just quietly hint that they are not in a relationship, or something along those lines. Or that they're just free this weekend, or, you know, something like that. And I feel like they just want to start off a new journey with you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's great. Okay, so we're going to get some Astro Dice going. See what we get. Okay, so we've got Pisces, 12th house energy, Neptune, and or Jupiter. 6th house, that would be Virgo, or is it? No, that's 9th house. 9th house, which would be Sagittarius. So I'm going to say definitely some Jupiter energy going on there. Because we've got this Knight of Wands right here, and that's very Sagittarius. And then we've got South Node. So it's definitely somebody that you know already, possibly have known for a long time. Or if you don't know them, maybe you don't know them very well, but they've been, you know, watching from afar for a little bit. Not to sound creepy, but I don't think it's stalkerish. Like I said, I don't think it's anything like that. Just, you know, they've noticed for a while and they just haven't approached. Okay, so obviously take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I hope this reading was helpful. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, if it didn't. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. Bye. Hi, Pal 4. If you chose this rough cut chrysocolla, this is your reading. Right there. And this is from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which I am just getting acquainted with, so I am going to have to read from the book. So we've got number 59, Wailing Tree, Reconciliations, and number 5, Closing Door, Completion. Okay, so both are 5 energies, so that's interesting. Challenges, I'm sensing possible argument or breakup. Or if you're not if that wasn't who you were thinking of, it could be that someone that you know is coming through instead because that holds more weight. But it also could be that you got the wrong pile. So I'm going to go to number 5, Closed Door, Completion. Closing door, endings, completion, your greater calling. When the closing door shows up, it's a call to recognize an ending, to terminate a relationship, job, task, or situation that has been dragging on far too long. Unlock the cage you have been trapped in and shut the door behind you. This is not the time to worry about what others might think or feel. Instead, break with routine, consider what you think and how you feel, and be true to your heart's calling. It's time to walk out the door. If you do not see a door, but only a solid wall in front of you, ask for assistance. Muster the courage to say, no more. Remember as well that no one else needs to be wrong in order for you to do what you've known you needed to do for a long time. If the door to a project or a relationship has been closed to you, stop knocking on it. You have tried that already, and no one answered, at least not in the way you would have liked. Take this as a gift, difficult and painful as it might be. Move on. Every door that shuts is an invitation to find another way, another path to your destination. Better to recognize this earlier than later. How many of us leave a relationship or job years after we knew it was time to move on? Stop wallowing in the pain and lingering on the reasons why things did not work out. It is keeping you from your greater calling. Bow deeply before that closed door, give thanks to the lessons, and set yourself free. Okay, and number 59, Wailing Tree. Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, reconciliations. When you encounter the Wailing Tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what it was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walk away from it and into something new. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. So do it all now. Look at it all squarely and honestly and stay with your feelings. Life is not either or, it's both and, this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet, like all things, they will pass soon enough and you will be more enriched by the experience. Okay, so I don't want to say that this is necessarily a breakup because it sounds like it could be, but it also sounds like it could be someone seeing that you have broken up recently, or seeing that you could be breaking up recently, and they either want to be there for you or they're holding back. I'm going to have to get some tarot going to really figure out what this is all about, to be honest. So let me get into that. I'm going to go with the Dreamkeeper's tarot for this one. It could be somebody who's wanting to hold on to a relationship that is not working out. Like, you're not seeing that it's working out, but they're wanting to hold on to it, or vice versa. But whatever this is, it seems challenging. You've got Four of Swords. It feels like you've been stuck in a meditative energy for a while now. Like, you've been meditating on what it is that you should be doing about all of this. Whatever this is. Five of Swords. If this feels like a breakup, it does. I'm sorry. It feels like you've known for a while that you needed to break up with this person. It feels like they've known for a while that it was coming. It feels like both of you did. The Moon. Yeah, you've kind of been going through the motions, creating this illusion for yourself and everyone else. And it's, look, I'm going to say this right now. If you don't feel this, if you don't feel that this is your relationship, do not end any relationship based on a tarot card reading. This needs to be felt for you to take any action on. Okay? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not going to say anything about that until I get the next card. But let me see. Feels like you've kind of been avoiding each other by pairing yourself in your work and trying to find new things to get into, new projects to get into. That's one or the other of you. I'm kind of feeling both energies right now, to be honest. It's not just what they think of you. It's what you're thinking of each other. I know this is supposed to be what they're currently thinking about you, but I feel that this is mutual. I feel that you both knew that it was coming, and whoever is working to avoid the other person notices. Okay. Magician. I think it's just a matter of who's going to make it happen first. Just put that there. And I feel like you're both kind of waiting for one or one of you is, you're both waiting for the other to make it happen, because neither one of you wants to be the one to pull the trigger. We've got this King of Wands. And the Hermit. Those are almost opposite energies, really. So I feel like one of you is like really holding back and really staying to themselves. The other's going off into the world and having a blast, just kind of forgetting that the other exists for a bit, just to get out of that stale relationship energy. Two of Pentacles. You're trying to balance your relationship with one another. But it's a constant juggling act, and I'm not sure either of you feel like it's worth it anymore, to be honest. Ace of Swords. One of you, you're both waiting for the other to make a move, because neither of you wants to do it. Four of Wands. You're just kind of sitting on that energy. You're not moving anywhere. You're just both waiting. But one of you has to make the first move. One of you has to say, look, this was great while it lasted, but it's not lasting. It's not working. But you feel stuck in this energy of, this is who I'm with. And that's hard to get out of sometimes. And I feel like the masculine energy really wants to be as kind about it as possible. But they may be sort of manipulating in order to avoid the breakup, or avoid being the one to break it off. Six of Wands. But they're going to announce it at some point. Or someone is. Page of Cups. And the High Priestess. It's like this Page of Cups is looking back here at this skull. And then looking to the future. It's saying, oh, I've got this essentially dead relationship just floating in the water. And then on this other side, I've got this intuition, what I know to be right and to be true. And I eventually, you're going to have to follow that intuition. But, you know, own it. And if you were not thinking of someone that you're in a relationship with right now, they're looking at you and thinking that you're in a relationship with someone that you shouldn't be in a relationship with. I'll put that out there. That's fine. Six of Cups. I feel like you guys have such a deep history together that it's hard to let go of. And you do have a lot of love for each other. It's just that it's not working right now. Maybe you don't need to take a break permanently. Maybe it's just a temporary break from each other. I mean, if you're watching this during COVID times and you live together, it's entirely possible that you've just spent entirely too much time together. And you've got the Chariot, which is essentially saying it's time to move on. New way of doing things. And just stop procrastinating and dive into it. Go for it. But you've got this anxiety. Both of you do. Let's see. Wanting to move on. Move away from whatever it is. Whatever energy it is that you're in. Nine of Wands, watching, waiting for the opportunity. Queen of Wands. They see you as ready to move on just as much as they are. And they see you as beautiful. They see you as incredible. But something isn't working here. Maybe they don't believe that you value them. I'm going to do 3 more cards. Ace of Wands. Maybe also, there is a chance that they want to renew some passion between the two of you. It's not all dead. It's not completely gone. But at the moment, what they're feeling is too painful. It might be that they want to take a break and come back. 1 more card, and then we'll do the Astro Dice. Temperance. Feels like what they want is something between a breakup and staying together. They need to change things up. They need for things to equal out somehow. Like it feels like maybe there's not enough give and take in this relationship, or the give is in the wrong areas, the take is in the wrong areas. They just, things need to be moved around a bit, switched around, swished around. New life needs to be breathed into this relationship, and it might take a breakup for that to happen, because sometimes you have to end the old energy to bring about the new. And just because the old energy is with, I don't want to say that you should rely on this relationship coming back to you. Don't rely on that. But there is hope. There is still hope. It's not necessarily permanently over. Okay? But there needs to be a break or a breakup, is what I'm getting. Okay? So I'm going to roll some Astro Dice. Wrap this up. Okay, so we've got Libra, 7th house, relationships. We've got Pluto. Yeah, that's Pluto, which is very Scorpio, 8th house. And then we've got the 7th house, again, with Libra and relationships, and Venus. Okay, so this is a lot of intensity, a lot of love, but a lot of intensity, and you just maybe need to take a break somehow. Okay, that was not the best, but I hope it was helpful. So let me know in the comments if it resonated, if it did not. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye.